Probably just me with starters. Looks like we're going to be getting this race here on just a minute. Here we are in season 8 of our Prospects E-Racing League, Tier 1. Lots of unnecessary windows open here. Okay, we got about 13 drivers here so far. I'm gonna copy this for this card. Alright, looks like we're getting started here. Prospects E-Racing League. We're in Tier 1 in our PlayStation division. It's been a really exciting season so far. Here we are going into round 10 into Portugal. This is, I believe, it's our second race back from the holidays. People may still have a few holiday kinks to work out per se. Thus far, our championship leader has been Troy A in the Ferrari with 186 points, followed by Just Coconuts at 127, followed by Equator at 126 in the Alpine. Coconuts is in the Red Bull, followed by Total Carney in the AlphaTauri at 72, Thomas W at 67 in Alfa Romeo, X-Coupe 62 in the Haas, Basil is 61 in the McLaren, followed by Chappers at the AlphaTauri at 60, Ten Toretto with 46 in the Haas, followed by Guitarman Khan, who has 46 also in the Haas. No, sorry, I take it back. Carman Khan has 40 also in the Alpine. Dylan has 34 in the Aston Martin. Lucifer Shahid has 29 in the McLaren, followed by Optic with 27 in Aston Martin, and at 27 in the Mercedes. X Jones at 13 in the Ferrari. QC Alex is 7 in the Alfa Romeo. Bevel at 7 in the Williams. Dylan with 2 in the Mercedes. And we bringing up the rear, we got Luke and Mitwee. Both of those two are yet to score points. So thus far, I don't know if the game is frozen or what, because I seem to be on the same screen for quite a while. Let's see, what's going on here? Is anyone saying anything about it being frozen? Is the game frozen? I've been on the same screen for a while. Looks like we're waiting on Thomas. Looks like we got Thomas and Troy A. Got it froze up. What's going on here? Alright, let me go into the game chat and find out if anyone said anything here. Hey, does anyone know, is this game frozen? Okay, this is getting getting a little irritating. Alright, so I don't know if I'm live or what. I'm live, but I don't know if the game with the heat's going on. I don't have access to the main chat, I don't believe. Okay, I just got invited. Oh no. Alright, I just got another invite, but I'm just gonna disregard it because it looks like it just came up. And from what I can tell, it looks as if everyone... No, let's see if that's a different... Okay, that's a different lobby. Looks like that's probably a different lobby that we're gonna go into. I just got another invite. Just received it. We'll jump in there in just a minute. It's interesting how they, depending on what you're looking at, depending on what game or system you're looking at, they'll give you the same map, but different. Upside down or put some weirdo Viking type of way. Or something or another. Okay, I'm gonna... So it looks like we're starting off again. I wonder if we're gonna get a little more. Maybe we had a little extra time for a few more drivers to get in here. So far, we've only got 11 drivers on the grid. I mean, don't get me wrong, we got some of the fastest ones. Like I just named off to you, who our championship leaders were. In fact, I have time to tell you who our championship team is as well. Let me see here. In the constructors, we got Ferrari with 199 points, followed by Alpine at 166, 132 for Alfa Romeo, 127 with Red Bull, Haas at 108, McLaren 90, Alfa Romeo 74, Aston Martin 61, Mercedes-Benz 29, followed by -2 with the Williams team. And we don't have any Williams drivers here today, nor do we have any Ferrari drivers here today. So this looks like Alpine is going to have the opportunity to make a considerable jump, because both Qatar Mankind and Equator are both doing pretty well. I believe Equator is our 3rd place leader, and Qatar Mankind is at 10th. So, you know, we're not talking a couple slouches here. Talking about them being able to make a considerable dent in this construction championship. And then AlphaTauri, which is kind of considerably a ways behind, and they actually don't have any drivers showing up. Lucifer Shahid needs to jump into a car. What are you in, Lucifer? You're in the McLaren, my friend. Oh, no, he's not in one yet. So we're still waiting on Lucifer Shahid to get into the McLaren. I guess we're still waiting on some things within the actual, within the driver's lobby as well, because we seem to be waiting here. Alright, so today we're going to have a short quali, which is about 15-17 minutes. And 33 lap full race, and just about almost everyone's gonna get points on the looks of it. So everyone is trying not to be low man here and wind up one of the odd men out. So far everyone has got a car. It looks like we should be primed and ready to go. I can't see any check-in. I'm not in this particular tier, so I don't know. I can't see the tier to see how many people checked in and what they were anticipating. I know that this is not typically one of the favorite crowds. I mean, one of the favorite circuits. I mean, it's a great circuit, and it's got a lot of elevation changes, a lot of directional changes. You know, it's man, what's it got? 15 turns, 3 DRS. Oh yes, my pleasure, Quasar, man. You're absolutely one of my best friends out there, and I just love being a part of anything you're doing, sir. I can't wait to see you get out there in that cart too. I do have a picture you sent me from a couple years back where you carting, but we need some new footage, sir. New footage. We need to see you out there carting. But yeah, Quasar, like so many of our drivers, have just been so faithful through 8 seasons, man. Who've been able to kind of stick in here with us throughout the thick and thin. It hasn't been a easy process, as you know. You know, so many things has happened in the world. You know, COVID and things of that nature has taken place. But I tell you, my family could not have gotten through this whole last few years without Prospects E-Racing League. Now we've changed our name around a little bit. We're E-Racing League now. You know, we used to be PeRL or PLR, I don't know, I get it mixed up. But right now we're Prospects E-Racing League, where we have Tier 1, Tier 2, as well as Tier 3. We're in Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Typically we're on Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock British Standard Time. If you're in Central Time like I am here in California, that's 4 o'clock. I mean, I'm not in California, I am a Californian, but actually I'm in Missouri. Look at me, I tell you, I haven't been out here that long. I've been out here 20-something years and they ain't got me yet. But anyway, I'm in Missouri. This is Central Standard Time. So the races typically start at 4 here, whereas now it's like 4:15. It's 10:15 in Britain. So we're kind of running behind schedule for those guys out there. We like to wrap it up in time for them to get some sleep because we still got another 6 hours to play with out here. You know, so the races are Monday through Thursday. They start at 10 British Standard Time, normally over by about 11:30, give or take. And we also have races that start at 2 o'clock, not on our 1, 2, or 3 tiers. We have a tier called Tier Realistic. Yeah, we have it on PlayStation. I don't know if we have it on Xbox, but we do have crossplay, and that's on Mondays. And I believe on Fridays we have Gran Turismo 7. So I don't have GT7, unfortunately. I got Gran Turismo Sport. GT7 looks really awesome, though. Great graphics, things of that nature. But we do have a league where we race GT3s and GT4s. And I believe GT3s is the #1 racing currently in sim racing. So, we had to kind of, join the block party there and throw our name in the hat and see how well we do it, because we do have some of the world's, premier, I would say, some of the, at the very least, a solid, some of the top 300 drivers in the world in sim racing. I'm not going to say all of them are top 300 because I'm a part of them, and obviously I don't belong on that list. But we got some people here in this Tier 1 that could absolutely light the torch. So like we see who we got here. Shahaz. I need to learn how to pronounce his name a little better. Shahaz, Coop, Guitar Man, Equazar, Knowingly, Just Coconut, Natty McNasty, Luzman Shahid, URL Basil, Thomas W, QC Alex, and Tin Toretto is our field. So far I don't see anyone actually out on the circuit yet. Everyone is still having a look at creating their setups. I did not have the pleasure of seeing what type of circuit we're going to be racing on today, how the weather's going to be. That's one of the things we really need to pick up. Throughout the next games going forward. Is they need to give us a few more specs to see who's doing what. Okay, why don't I have sound? Okay, there's my sound. Alright, I'm gonna come out here with Shahid. He's already out on the outlap. So it's Tintoretto on the highs, and Thomas W's out there in the outlap as well. Let's go ahead and follow Tintoretto since he seems to be the furthest out there, getting closer to getting his lead lap done. I'm kind of curious as to what type of lap times that these Tier 1 guys will be putting in. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the low 117s, low 117s, and we might get a shocker and get a mid to high 116 would be the absolute, pedal to the metal. These guys broke their own personal best time type of lap times. as it stands, as we're getting ready to round this lap. It's round 15, just turned 15. As we get up here in this straightaway, having a look at Cinceretto. Cinceretto's having a solid year. Not one of his better years. Oftentimes, he's one of those kind of guys who can indeed contend for a championship. He hasn't had his most consistent year, but any given race, he's absolutely a threat to win the whole thing. Looks great so far here. Get plenty of curve. See, that's one thing I noticed a lot of these tier 1 guys do. They tend to get a lot more curve than you see people in the lower tiers. You know, as if the lower tiers are just not comfortable racing that far on the edge, or just aren't able to. But in any case, you know, they seem to be able to hold it a lot closer to what the professional grade is. Cinceretto is looking pretty good so far. He's going to round out this final turn. Let's get a little speed jump in the car with it. Makes it seem like it's moving a little faster. Not the time period, the car itself. Oh, the 1:18.838. Okay, we're going to do a little better than that, I'm sure. I'm sure that would not be his best lap. Ooh, 127. All right. We can bring it down. All right, QC Alex with 118.5. Okay, so we got some pretty comparable times between the top three drivers so far. Oh, Just Coconuts just went ahead and all right, there we go. Our first 117 with X-Coupe. All right, I think that's going to be a little closer to what our bench is going to be. You're all right, Basil. On any given lap, this guy can get up there on that pole. Let's see what he does. I think this is really, that's probably the toughest section on the track right there. That turn is almost impossible. And to be able to just get it broke back down, keep it in third gear, get on the power, get as much curve as he could. Like, look at the way these guys ride that curve. That's just amazing. That's just really flat out driving the car right there. Leslie looking great out there. And in McLaren, he's got some competition there with his teammate in the McLaren is jumping on one of them old Fanatec's every week, so you can't never count him out. As Shahid gets 117.8878. Okay, so we're going to have some really tight quality times here. We only got 12 drivers here, and it looks like they're definitely going to be vying to see who's going to come out on top of the pole position. I don't believe we've had our best lap yet, and those laps are great. This Coconut got out of the way for Basil. Great sportsmanship, Coconut. 117. Ooh, I kind of back up the gas there a little bit. Whoa, but he still got pole at 117.771. Great lap, Basil. What's Equazar up to? Equazar has yet to come out and set a lap. Okay, that's interesting. What's he looking like, Coconut? Alright. Thomas seems to be on the end. Okay, look, just keep 2 seconds up. Thomas is going in. We're going in to get a fresh pair of boots. This is interesting right here. Who is this between Basil? Who is Basil behind there in the Red Bull? I know Coconut is in the Red Bull. That's not the Coconut. I don't understand who that is. Who is that Red Bull? That doesn't make sense. I'm looking at the Red Bull and I'm trying to understand who was in that car. But the car does not appear as if it should actually be out there on the circuit. We only have one. We only have one. Okay, no. I take it back. Okay, that was coconuts. I had a bad angle. Okay. Fuck's sake. All right. That was you coconuts. I was like, wait a minute. Coconuts seemed to be the only Red Bull out there, and he was. I just did not have the camera view correct. So is anybody gonna be able to get ahead of Basil? He's only up 1/10 of a second. 10 minutes left in quali. Quite a bit of time left. Have a look at the Tarman Khan. Looking smooth in the light blue and pink Alfa Romero. Let's see, how is Qatarman doing this year so far? Where you at, Qatarman? I believe it was 10th. Yeah, Qatarman 10th with 40 points. He's being chased by Dylan and I believe Tintoretto is just ahead of them. And they both racing today. Tintoretto's racing, and which Dylan do we got that he's chasing? No, I believe the Dylan that he is indeed chasing is not in the race. But he's looking really smooth out there. Getting ready to get a lap started. Let's go. Alright, 18.6. That's when I had the time there. I thought he was moving fast, but it had the time kind of weird for me. But he came in at 18.6 once he got the lap in. Let's see, is there anybody on that fast lap right now? Oh, we got a spinner. Equazar and spent around. Equazar had a tough break there. I'll tell you, I personally think this is the spinniest track in racing. Okay. This thing absolutely gives me fits. And where was that after him? That was probably around turn 3 and 4. Yeah, turn 3 and 4. I think. All right, what we got, Thomas W? How you looking? Oh, he took 3 seconds off his time there. Got into P10. Great job, Thomas. Matty was nasty. Have a look at Matty here. As he's just recently getting his race start, his lap started. Ooh, that was close to an invalidation there. But he's up 76 hundredths of a second. Looking great, sir. Push it. Hey, I'm sure I'm going to miss Sebastian Vettel next year in that Aston Martin. It's not going to be the same with way to get out of the way. Great sportsmanship. It's not going to be the same with Fernando Alonso out there. Oh, sorry, Natty. It's not going to be the same watching Fernando. There's something about Alonso. Something about Sebastian Vettel. Just seems like an all-around amazing person as well as a quality driver. Now I don't know him, obviously, but from the outside looking in, seems to be pretty solid. All right, what we got, Daddy? Ooh, coming around this last thing, we got a chance to really move up significantly. Oh, and he does move up a couple spots. He's up 0.3 of a second, moves into P7. Great job, Natty. Okay, looks like he's trying to let the McLaren go. Alright. Cooper looks like he's getting after it. That 1:17.9 is a fantastic lap. They can bring it down though. I've seen some of these guys time trials. They can bring that bad boy down. The cars are a little bit different, a little bit heavier, things of that nature when you're racing. As far as a truck quality as opposed to a time trial. Oh, we had a little wiggle there with just coconuts. Way to save your car, buddy. Way to save the car. He's already got a really respectable position there in P5. Let's try to see if he can move up a hair or two. Let's try to use pit. See how known he looks. Oh, he's on pit. Oh, the Alpha Romero is pitting as well. Everyone's pitting. Everybody out there. Natty McNatty's out there. Natty McNasty, shall I say. But nope, he's pitting as well. Just Coconuts is down in 10th on so far on this lap. But that's not much for him. He can make that up. Oh, sound like he might have just did it. I like how he added that little bit of rev just a little bit before he kicked that little turn in. Seemed like he gave himself a little extra traction. Let's see where he's at on the time by comparison. Gear sounds so smooth. Oh, he didn't even try to get a lap. Interesting. He didn't try to get a lap, but he was in the 117, possibly 118 at the lowest. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh, Basil spent around a little bit, knocked over a sign or two. No damage, and I doubt very seriously he'd be very worried about it. Yeah, and that macaroni McLaren. So far, he's on provisional pole with 117.771. So he seems to be in a really good standing here so far. So, and this is one of those kind of races when they don't have a lot of other drivers out there. Everyone's got some room, so it's like you get a chance to actually get driving there without getting run off the road there a little bit. I'm sorry, I was looking at YouTube's chat there. They changed it so much it's kind of hard to understand what the heck is going on here. Okay. Do we got anybody out there? Alright, Equazar is yet to set a substantial lap. And Troy A has retired in the pit. That's interesting. And that is our championship leader. Maybe he wants to challenge himself to see if he can start from 13th in the grid and see if he can pick himself up. Now with 225.26, this is not a representative lap of Equazar, clearly. See why they show up 142 for me. I don't understand what's going on at the times. But let's keep our eye on him right now. Nice. Really smooth. Yeah, I'd like to see, prospects get into a tournament with some of these professional esports like we see so often on some of these higher, loftier type of setups. And, I think we have some people here that can give them a run for all they can handle. Looks like we had a little problem over there with the Haas in section 2. Not too much in one, because it looks like he had picked that problem right back up. He's gotten a hold of it and purpled out in the section here. But we're looking at Equazar trying to finish up the lap. Can he finish strong? Oh yeah, I believe so. I think he's definitely going to be in the 117s, but how, but where? Oh, 117.9. 117.9, Equazar jumps into the 4th position. Great lap, Equazar. Ooh, Bates is not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy. He was on a lap, and it looks like somebody was heating up the tires. And in an Alpine, it might have been a smoke in the way. Alright, Cooper starting off a lap. Tintoretto is finishing a lap. Where you at, Ken? Ooh, 118, but he's up half a second. I tell you, that 117 marker is brutal. Coconuts is flying. Coming around this final bend. Looking good, Nuts. 117.332 with the fast. 117.732. Coconuts with the fastest lap. Basil's trying to come in right behind him, and ooh, he's just behind him with what is it, 400ths of a second behind Quasar. Looks like Quasar has either, looks like he is gonna wait till the start of the next big actual race. Looks like he has retired. Retirement time. So it's gonna be down there. Execute. Push that lap, buddy. Before you do, let's have a look at the flop on, see what you do, guitar man. Ooh, okay. Couldn't move it. Alright, looks like our quality just about complete, so everyone's out on their final push here. Brayden's trying to see if he can get back on that pole position. He's of course 400ths of a second behind Just Coconut, coming down this final straightaway. Oh, and he does it. He does get pole. He does get pole by 0.2 of a second, by 1.5 of a second. Wow, Just Coconuts has elected to start the race at the race. Oh man, Shahaz has taken the pole at 117.114. 117.444. I'm sorry, I take that back. What the heck is wrong with me? Anybody else coming up? Alright. Next one up, I guess we got Tintoretto. What he doesn't appear to be setting a representative time here. Guitar Man Con, what you got, buddy? Nope. See, I don't understand. See how I said 130 right there for me? I don't believe that's a quality representative time of what's going on with them, because once the time goes through, it shows out to be quite a bit lower than what that time is going to show me. Watch this. We'll stick with Guitar Man Con for a second. Nope, I take that back. Nasty's already set. So who else is we waiting for? No, let me see here. Nothing can't do it. Tintoretto, no, Tintoretto didn't come out. So it looks like that should wrap up our quality. I believe it does. Yeah, Basil's a beast. Quasar was saying that Basil was on it. Yeah, Basil is absolutely a beast. And when it comes to a one-lap situation, hey, he's as good as anybody out there. Basil, we got to see if he can hold it together for 33 laps, though. That's been the only knock on him. I don't believe he's yet to win a Tier 1 race, but I've absolutely seen him right there in the fight for the race. But he's yet to get up. But he's yet to ascend to the top spot. In fact, I don't believe I've seen him on the podium yet this season. But this has been a really, I don't know, it's been an interesting season. Kind of hard, maybe because I've had so many things happen in my own life where it's made it difficult for me to week in, week out be as consistent as I would like to. It's made it hard to keep up, to make sure that, you know, I know what everybody's doing in another race. So we got Shahaz, followed by US Basil, Natty McNasty, Just Coconuts, Cool, Guitar Man Con, Knowingly, Quasar, Tintoretto, TC Alex, Lucifer Shahid, Thomas, and Troy A. Rounding up our top 20. Sorry it took me so long to even start bringing the countdown of who was actually in the race, but hey, we'll try to go through it again as they set the formation lap. And it looks like we might be getting clear skies, huh? Oh snap. Quasar is ready for some fire. Y'all better look out. He didn't look all that comfortable. So, you know, y'all better hope that he stays so and doesn't get settled as he kind of gets through the early stages of this race. I'm kind of curious to see who's going to be starting on what, considering we've only got, 11, 12, 13 drivers out here. The strategies are going to be different than they would be had we had a full grid. There's probably going to be no one that's going to start on the on the hard tires. I'd imagine everybody's going to start on mediums. Well, let me get some people out here. Let's get some. Come on, let's get this started. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, looks like we got a bunch of race cars out here. Yeah, it's starting to show up. All right, let's see what kind of tires are we in for. Okay, so we got Shahaz starting off on the mediums, followed by Basil is also on the mediums. Natty McNasty is let me see. What the heck? It's not letting me filter through. I don't understand what's going on here. That's weird. It was really weird. Okay, it wasn't allowing me to use my it's still not. Okay, I don't get that. Not allowing me to use my F2 on my wheel to filter through this. So we got Shahaz and Poe on the mediums, followed by Basil also on the mediums. Natty McNasty and on the hard tires in P3, just Coconut on the mediums. X-Coupe and P5 with the mediums, followed by Guitarman, Knowingly, and Quasar all the way down to P8 are also on the mediums. And we got Tintoretto and QC Alex on the hard tires. Let me see here. Followed by Lucifer Shahid in the mediums, and Thomas and Troy A are on the hards. Now I'd imagine the first stop probably going to be around lap 15 or so. They're going to probably try to push these bad boys as far as they can, if we can go that far without a safety car. Because the thing about not having a full grid, you don't have the cluster of cars. So cars are typically even hungrier for higher positions. You know, they're like, oh my God, I can get this P7, I can get this P4 now. So maybe once, where things to be a little more congested, they wouldn't take that chance. But when things are spread out like this, so much more open, they feel like, man, it's now or never. So they might go for it a little more than they usually would. So looks like we had a little disqualification between Basil and Tintoretto. They must have had a little contact. And we're lights out. What's going on? Alright, that's a much better view. Oh, it looks like Shahid is really just letting loose, man. He's already got off to a 7.7 second lead over Basil. Basil seems to be trying to be swallowed up by Coconut and X-Coupe. It's real tight down up in the inside there. Coconuts is on him, but it looks like everybody got through clean. No one really seemed to lose too many spots, but Troy A seems to be moving up the field. Troy A seems to be moving up. Basil dropped a spot. Coconut's already up into P2. Shahaz must have really loved this circuit, because this guy is up already a second and a half over the next quickest person, Coconut, and we know how lightning quick he is. As he's followed by Basil, Coupe, and Quasar rounding out the top 5. Why didn't they show me a time with Tintoretto? I don't know. That's really odd. I tell you, the game's getting really odd sometimes. Closest race right now looks to be Basil's trying to get his second place position back. But just Coconuts is pulling away just a slight bit. He's up about, no, Coconuts is bringing him back within 0.2 of a second. He's trying to make a move on the inside. Coconuts seals it off. Basil stays behind him really tight though. He's not letting up. Looks like he's in Coconut's gearbox right now. He's maintaining that 0.2 second lead though. In second place, that is. As Shahaz runs away from the field 2 seconds to, just far away, just on the Sunday drive. we'll have to come back to this young man because he's definitely in his own race right now. But this battle for second place is heating up. Basil is maintaining the safe distance of about 0.3 seconds away. 0.4 now. Coconuts is trying to pull away just a little bit. Ooh, looks like we had some kind of problem in section 2. I didn't get a chance to see what car it was because it quickly disappeared. But it looks like the Tarman Khan may have been one who had a problem because he's kind of behind the field so far. Who's that? Mr. Cruz said, let's go. And we got fastest lap push ahead. Things are starting to pick up. 3 laps into a 33-lap race. And everything is staying nice and clean. Troy A is trying to make a move on Tintoretto. No, he was not. See, my numbers down there showed me he was. I went down there and jumped in. I guess he had already made his move. Let's get up behind Basil here and see how it looks as he's trying to move in on second place. Oh, it looks like he had just a little bit of a wiggle. That might have cost him 0.5 of a second. We might have to get back to you. Commentator Kurt might have messed you up a little bit there. Let's see if Coop can take advantage of Basil's hiccup. Falls him by about 6 to 8 tenths a second. Basil's trying to slowly pull away to get himself out of DRS range, which should begin at the beginning of his lap. Shahed 120.681. And I believe he's doing it all without burning much ERS. He's got like 96% of his ERS up. So that's just pure pace. That'd be nasty. And Nosey seem to be going at it. That'd be nasty took the spot. Nosey's coming right back at him. Real racing at its best. So this is beautiful racing here. Great job of both these races. Knowingly, and is that Equazar? Nope, that's knowingly and Natty Natty. Natty Nasty took the lead. Oh! Knowingly took it right back. These guys, and Natty Nasty took it right back. Back to back to back. It seems like your turn, my turn, almost every other turn has produced a different leader between these two drivers. Natty Nasty's trying to pull away at the straightaway, but he's only got 5% of ERS. And knowing he pulled away with 59% of ERS with it enabled, and he made easy work with Natty Nasty on that straightaway. He was not going to give up. And Just Coconut seems to have lost the second position to Basil, who never gave up. And Just Coconut looked like his name being called because he's trying to fight right back for that position. Looks like we got a 3-second penalty there for Natty McNasty for track violation. That's gotta hurt. Especially as I said, when the field is so short up like this, every little bit matters. Equazar just kind of hanging out in the back a little bit, hanging out in the 5th spot, watching the battle between Coop and Coconuts, and Coconuts and Basil go at it, trying to see when he can take advantage of an opportunity to jump in there. And this from Shahed is pretty much sitting on the gearbox of Natty McNasty. He's 0.3 seconds behind him. Ooh, there was almost contact. Oh! Lucy Shahed almost lost it. Way to maintain your car. See, hey, let that tell you right there, y'all. If that's the reason to buy a Fanatec, let that be a lesson to you. The man lost control of the car in the corner and was able to grab it, reestablish control, and now he's almost as close as he was before he lost position. You know, quality driving and absolutely great hardware. As he makes a move right now, he gets on the inside of Natty McNasty, and he makes easy work of Natty as he gets down there through turn 1. Oh, Natty said, wait a minute, what are you talking about there? Artistic? Hold the phone. Well, these two guys are going back and forth, back and forth. Neither one of them giving an inch. Lucifer Shaheed was able to pull through with the faster tires, though. He's got those mediums on, and it might have been just a little too much for Natty McNasty, who also has a 3-second penalty. And if he knew he had a 3-second penalty, I was going to say that he might not have pushed the fight too hard, but there was contact between Natty McNasty, and it looked like that was with Thomas. That was with either Thomas or with Chuchi Alex, who was one of these Alfa Romero boys. I want to say Thomas. Thomas has taken the lead between the three of those drivers now, Chuchi Alex and Natty McNasty. But they're all still trying to chase our 7th place driver, Lucifer Shaheed. So the midfield's got nice little battles going. How about closer up the field? We got Shaheed once again with the fastest lap. He's just putting on a masterclass of 120.6. Yep. Basil's about 4.5 seconds behind Shaheed, and they're on the same tire, so he may need something to happen. He may need something to happen in order to be able to bridge this gap. Oh, you never know. You know, once they switch over to the harder tires, you know, drivers don't necessarily drive the same on different compounds, so this can absolutely change. Right now, it looks like the field is starting to spread out a little bit. Guitar Mankind is trying to chase our championship leader, Tour A. As I said before, these are two top 10 drivers here. We know we've got Guitar Mankind, who is P10 right now in the championship standings. And Tour A, though he started off 13th, he is indeed our championship leader. And if you see, he's trying to pull away, but Guitar Mankind took a sharper angle here to cut through the apex of that turn and was able to cut the distance in half, it seems. Quality driving between the two of them as he's maintaining that 6 or 7 tenths behind our 10th final place getter, Troy A. Okay, Quasar may be ready to make a move now on Coop. Here we are on one of the trickiest turns on the circuit. I can say that about every turn, basically. This whole circuit is just... You know, I know Hungary is called Monaco without walls, but really, that's a kind of, it seems like a relatively easy track. This track here, maybe it's because I haven't driven it as long, and it's not a place, Portugal, it's not a place where I go online and look and see what foodies are doing or things of that nature, so I'm really not too culturally aware of the country. That being the case, I don't really follow their circuit. So the only time I'm ever really involved in the circuit is when we are on it, in the league race, or if there's a real F1 race, because it doesn't seem to be one of the more popular just lobby venues. Alright, so we're still looking at our closest race right now is Natty McNasty is a half a second behind TC Alex, but he actually has a 3-second penalty. So we look up here and we got just Coconut is 0.3 of a second behind Basil, who happens to be slowly but surely catching Shaheed. Now Shaheed was up to 4.6 seconds lead for a minute there. Then he had it down to, Basil had it down to 3.6 seconds. Now Basil is trailing Shaheed by about 4.3 seconds, but he's got to keep just Coconuts ahead of him. Oh, that's another 3-second penalty by Natty McNasty. So our only driver thus far who has been penalized, but he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Has another look at Guitar Mankind as he's trying to get up close to Troy for that 10th spot. Oh, we got another 3-second penalty by Thomas W this time. You know, I tell you, when there's more, when there's more cars on this circuit, to me, it feels like it's pandemonium. We tend to lose a lot of drivers when there are a multitude of drivers. Whereas now there isn't many drivers, so I don't anticipate us losing really any drivers, but we can lose some lap times here through invalidations and things of that nature. So don't be surprised to see some penalties start cranking up here in the second half of this race, as we're only 10 laps into a 33-lap race, so we're just barely a third of a way through, and quite a bit of good old racing left in us. And URL Basil is trying to pull away from just Coconut just a little bit. He had it within 7/10 of a second for a minute there. Back up to 7 or 8 tenths. Yeah, Shahid's out here in his own world, living his best life. Let's see how he's hitting his how his times are looking here too. As he comes through this circuit, I'm sure it seems like every time he's trying to beat his best lap. He's up half a second. He's up half a second on his last lap there. But that still gives him a 5.5 second lead over just Coconuts, who must have had a problem. Because he was just 4.6 seconds behind him. So he must have had some form of hiccup. Alright, so Equazar has moved into 4th place. He's gotten past... Basil must have had a spin. Basil must have had some kind of spin. Because he's down in P5 now. But he doesn't have visible damage. Oh, looks like, we lost Natty McNasty. Nope, looks like we lost him in the pit. Looks like Natty just pitted and probably called it a day. Maybe. I don't know, the car looks like it's coming back out. That's funny. His car looks like it's coming back out. So I'd imagine he quit on the, he called it a day on the, in pit lane. And that just gave us a little bit of a partial safety car. Basil's trying to get back up to Equazar. You know, those two guys were teammates for a few seasons in the McLaren a couple years back and a couple seasons back. And I tell you, that was one of some of the more entertaining racing, was watching Equazar and Basil go at it. Who right now seems to be back. Equazar jumped all the way to P3 some type of way. Basil is fighting for the 4th and 5th position. So the race has shifted. Basil's trying to make a move on X Coupe. Coupe is right behind. Look like there might have been a little contact. 3-second penalty by QC Alex for a time penalty. But it looks like Basil may have had just a little bit of contact with bumping Coupe. Maybe not enough to bother Coupe, but I hope Basil himself hasn't created... nope, it looks like his wing is good. So Troy moved up from 13th. He's already in our... he's already in the points at P8. So the battles are starting to spread out a little bit. So we got Shahed in P1 right now, with a 7.5 second lead over just Coconuts, followed by Equazar with a 2.7 seconds behind, followed by Coupe with just under oh man, he's trying to make a move right now on Basil, and he gets the move done. But Basil gets it right back done with the undercut. Basil is having himself a race today, I tell you. Basil's the guy, that dude will keep your heart pumped, okay? But he's always pedal to the metal. And he must have had a slip up at some point to slide him out of the top 2 spots. But he never stops fighting. So even if he falls all the way back to the back, that dude, hey, you can never quite count him out because he's gonna keep coming. If he's got power in his game system, he's here. He's trying to stay on the back hill of Quasar. Quasar's trying to play a little defense, staying in the middle of the road during the turns. He gets over to the outside after turns, things of that nature. Absolutely driving clean, just defensive. Shahed once again with the fastest lap. I don't recall, I'm trying to remember, has there been anyone other than him get a fastest lap? Basil. Is the ERS wide open? Oh, he wasn't able to get there in time, had to shut it down. He's on the Quasar's gearbox though. Literally on his gearbox. Try to cut to the outside, Quasar slams the door. Oh, Basil runs way far outside. But doesn't let off any steam, and he doesn't. I didn't notice any type of track violation, so that's kind of odd. But he seemed to be staying on the Quasar. Thought I seen Tintoretto and Lucifer going at it. Oh, I see. I'm just using the pit. Yeah, the battle right now seems to be in with the battle for 4th and 5th essentially, because it seems like Shahed is up almost just over 9 seconds halfway through the race. He is really putting his stamp on this race. Oh, what's my shot? Oh, let me see here. Quasar is going to pit. I think he's going to try to undercut. I think he's trying to undercut. Look like Quasar and X2 both are pitting. They both have on mediums. I'd imagine Quasar will come out of there with the hard tires. Yep, he does. And so the scoop. Gonna have to keep our eye on the race leaders to see how Quasar and Coop pitting early will have affected them. So here we are, 15 laps in. Now I'd imagine those mediums will need to start pitting. Oh, Shahed is off the circuit a little bit there. He must have got distracted. He must have got distracted. I don't know if he had an accident or what the heck happened. But he got distracted, spent off the circuit. And right around the time he should pit anyway, Coconut's is pitting. Oh, your head's gone. Just Coconut's also released. And Coconut's is gonna come out around P4. Shahed was able to maintain his P2 spot. Looks for Shahed is sitting in 10th place. Thomas W is just behind me by about a second and a half with faster tires, but he does have a 3-second penalty. Chiefy Alex is currently our race leader, followed by Troy A. And Shahed. Neither one of our top 2 guys are a stranger to winning races here in Prospects. Yeah, they've been two of our more prolific drivers throughout the seasons. Very consistent, very fast, very clean, very spirited. They absolutely care. Alright, the head is about a 5.5 second down to Shahid, or to QC Alex, and I'm sure he wants his spot back. Troy's in the pits. What's he coming out? Troy's coming out of mediums. And for Shahid is also coming out on the fresh pair of mediums. QC Alex get the lead. With the lead, but also 3 seconds for the penalty. Shahid is behind him, but QC Alex still has the pit. 16 laps into his hard tires. He is yet to pit. I'd imagine he probably takes those hards about 20 laps or so. If you can. You know, so much of a race is dictated by other drivers. I'm sure QC Alex would like to push this lead a little bit in time to, you know, possibly allow him to be a little further out when he finally does pit, so he can have a little more room. Because with only a 3 second lead over Shahid, Shahid is in danger of catching him anyway with 15 laps left, even without QC Alex having to pit, because those representative lap times are coming down. Shahid is within 3.5 seconds of QC Alex right now. And following our closest race is 0.78 seconds here between Quasar and Basil for the 4th spot. Quasar staying just consistently outside of DRS range, kind of coming in and out of it. Is that a Ferrari in section 2? Yeah, it looks like Troy A might have had a spin. Maybe not. She's been moving kind of fast for a spin. It might have a little hiccup. At this point, I'm wondering how much longer QC Alex is going to stay out there. Because we got a considerable lead over Shahid to head. And this battle for 10th spot, for 9th spot, is raging on between Lucifer Shahid and Thomas W. Thomas is only 0.3 seconds behind. And they're about equal in terms of how much ERS they have. The tires are close to even. Lucifer Shahid on is on new hard, and Thomas is on old mediums. That would be close. Thomas keeps consistently getting within about 3/10 of a second. Tintoretto is pitting now. After taking those hards 18 laps, we got 3-second penalty by Coconuts. Oh man, that hurts. Top 3 driver right now. Next closest driver to him is 2 seconds. So Coconuts really have to get after it to stay on the podium. Fastest lap by Troy A with a 119.7. Now, if he wants to get points for that, he's got to get up 2 more positions. 1 more position. Oh, great pass. Luke Shaheed takes on Thomas W. Thomas gives him more than enough space. Just a little bit of a contact. A little bit of inadvertent contact. They're going Will. Thomas was able to fight him off. Great race from both of you. We got little mini races all over the place. We got Coop over here chasing down Nosley. About a half a second behind him. QC Alex is pitting. Comes out on the mediums. Where's he going to come out at? Drops down to about 7th spot. That's not too bad. Penalties are starting to mount up a little bit for us here. 3 seconds for just Coconuts, followed by QC Alex. Thomas with 3, and Guitar Man with 3. Let's leave the penalties out here for a minute. We got Will to Will between Thomas and QC Alex. It's with Knowles and Coop. Knowles was able to keep a lead, fight him off, fight that hog off in the offertory. Fastest lap once again by Shahed. He was really getting faster and faster and faster. I mean, he's already got a 9.2 lead over the rest of the competition. He had it down a little lower earlier, but he had a hiccup. So this must be his favorite circuit. Because there's a lot of guys in this circuit here don't get blown out. The racing will typically a lot smoother. A lot more competitive. So right now, because of the layout of the circuit, there's always a little bit of a spread. It doesn't matter. There's always a fantastic racing all over the place. Like right now. Cooper Knowles. Going at it for the 6th position. Do we have a problem with McLaren here? You know, Bruce was having some problem back there. What? But that's cool. Oh man, that Haas is on him. Cooper's not letting up. Waiting on Noisy to make a mistake. Oh, I like your helmet, Cooper. It's pretty sweet. Cooper's trying to put the pressure on those. He is not budging. Maybe it's because he realizes. No. Cooper's putting the pressure on him. And he may not realize much because Cooper's on him right now. He tried to take the inside. He got the pass done. But can Knowles fight back? Not yet. Cooper was able to make the pass. Good pass, Cooper. It looked like Troy A was just able to get past the Guitar Man who's trying to fight back. Oh man, the Guitar Man is not letting it go without a fight. Way to keep going. The Guitar Man was able to fight Troy A off. He was able to keep our championship leader in his hip pocket. But hey, he doesn't go away easily. He's not our championship leader for nothing. He tried to take the really long ride approach and then just try to just swing it in there. He wasn't able to get it done. The Guitar Man Khan maintains a stable and consistent line. Gets off the gas fine. No hiccups. Stays off the curb. But Troy A is not letting up. He's going left, he's going right. He jumped back out to the outside. He tried to get around the outside. Troy A just did something. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and watch the tape of it. I don't know what the heck I just seen. Okay, I looked right at it and don't know what he did, okay? It looked like he faked 2 or 3 different ways, jumped to one side or another, and did some old Hey, art and center looking stuff to me. Okay. Troy, we're going to have to come back to you, sir. Fantastic driving. And Knowles with the 3-second penalty. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Chasing Coop with a 3-second penalty does not make you feel good. And he was only a 1/10 of a second behind. That's what hurts. I'll tell you, when you get to this point in the race, those penalties really start to mount up, and they really start to hurt. Especially when you only got, like right now, you only got 2 drivers out here. So all but 2 of these people are getting points. All but 2 are getting points. Who's going to be the 2 that's going to wish they had a better race? So far, that's Guitar Mankind and Tintoretto. But neither one of them are out of the race. We're yet to have a full safety car. Anything can happen. We have a problem in section 2. It looks like, is that an Austin Martin? What happened? Is that Austin Martin turning around? Yeah, looks like Thomas W. got spent around some type of way. Yeah, that pushed him back considerably. So he's about 9 seconds behind Tintoretto now. So Coop. Coop is our closest competitor right now to competitive race, trying to race against Knowsley for that 5th position. Knowles is not letting up. Cooper's staying on him. He just doesn't have much ERS to work with. But neither does Knowsley. They're pretty much equal tires, equal ERS. May the best driver get the best of this one. Who's just more familiar with the circuit? And right now they both seem to be on a par of comfortability. Trying to move up behind him a little bit. He just had a little bit of a wiggle, but he was able to get a hold of it. Coming on turn 15 here, flat out. Let's see if once he catches some GRS, see if he can catch up to him a little bit. Alright, GRS enabled for Coop. On the inside, it's going to be close. He's making his move. Oh! Heck no, you fight him off in the braking zone. Way to brake late, maintain your line, and stay out there in the lead now. Fantastic driving. Coop cannot be too happy with that, but he's gonna stay on it. Yeah, Coop sounds good on those manual tires, those manual gears. You can see how he hits the gears and leaves it at its maximum rep point sometimes just to get the last little iota of juice out of there before it kicks up again. He's really staying on the back of Knowles. He's only 0.2 seconds behind Knowles. Lap 27, 6 laps left to go in the race. And Knowles has a 3-second penalty. So our penalties right now is just Coconuts with 3, Knowles with 3, QC Alex with 3, the Guitar Mankind with 3, and the Thomas W also with 3. He's trying to make his move right now. He's burning up the last bit of his ERS. He makes the move, they make the pass. Oh, was it contact? No. Oh my goodness, that's about as close as 2 cars can come without having contact. Coop made the move on Knowles on the inside of turn 1, but Knowles was not giving it up while the fight, nor did he. Six laps left. Shahed is really running away with the field. Sorry to not be mentioning you much, bro, but you have 10 seconds. Total master class. You're doing great. The only time I ever had to really mention you, I think you had a spin or a hiccup or something. By the time I noticed it, you were getting yourself back on track and you still maintained a 9-second lead after that. Like, what we got going on here between QC Alex and Coop? Looks like QC may have passed Coop there. 50 Alex, look, if I'm not mistaken, he's making considerable moves this year. Position change. Okay, Troy is highest position changes so far today, starting last to our current point position. Alex is trying to make a move on Noisy. He's got the DRS open. It's going to be close. Oh, he gets the move done here in the final section of section 1, the final part of the turn of the braking section of turn 1. He was able to make the pass. Stick. Noisy is not allowing him to just be a humdrum type of thing. They're both on about equal amount of ERS. But Noisy, Alex is on the faster tires. Well, they're fresher. 7-lap old soft as opposed to 16-lap old hard. Yeah, Alex is on the faster tire. So Noisy should not be able to do much to him. Oh, looks like Lucifer Shahid hit the wall. I don't believe he's out of the race. He should be able to keep moving. Come on, Shahid, let's go, bro. Let's go. Don't give up. Disqualified him. That was no fault of his own. You can tell the car had not been DNF. He tried to move the car. The wheel stuck. And then when he tried to back the car out, he got a disqualification. Oh, that sucks, Lucifer Shahid. Maybe next time, buddy. So we looks like we're gonna get a just a safety car in section 1. Looks like we are not gonna get a full safety car. And I'm sure that's music to Shahid's ears as he's up 12 seconds on the pack. But Coop is trying to get further and further up. He's had some great battles here with Nose today. This time they're fighting for 6th. Nose is like, man, every time I look up, I'm battling this guy. And battle you have. 4 laps left. Plenty of quality racing left in us. Right now we got Shahid is up. Yeah, we just got fastest lap once again. Shahid at 119.340. He is our right now he's our current leader. Followed by Jeff Coconut, who is a whopping 33.3 seconds behind. Followed by Jeff Bezos, Quasar, QT Alex, Noisy, X2, Troy A, Ricardo Maycon, Tim Toretto, and Thomas W. And the only 2 people we have who are not able to rough flat finish the race is Matty McNasty and Lucifer Shahid. Which, you know what, it's weird because they gave you for Shahid a disqualification instead of a DNF. They're going to simply say they didn't like the way he rolled his car once the crash was made, how he tried to back out of the wall or whatnot. But he might have a case right there. He might be able to bring that to the stewards. Because he's finishing right now behind Yadi McNasty, even though he should be higher. But a disqualification as opposed to a DNF drops you all the way down to the bottom of the grid. So there might be something you might want to have a look at. In the meantime, how are we looking here? Nose is making a move on QC Alex. And Coop is keeping his eye on him. Two laps left. And it looks like our seats that's mainly up for grabs seems to be, I guess, the midsection there, 4 through 8. Seems to be 4 through 7 seems to be in contention. And that's Thomas W with another penalty. I believe that's 6 seconds on Thomas. 9 seconds on Thomas. Yikes. Alright, Thomas, that pretty much knocks Thomas out of the pocket here. That just about takes you out of the points, my friend. Down 40 seconds to 10 Toretto plus a 10-second penalty. I've been there. Alright, Cooper's chasing Noisy still. 2 laps left. Can Coop move within the top 6? But keep in mind, both QC Alex and Knowingly, who are both ahead of him, each have 3-second penalties. So close enough to them, he could potentially leapfrog them and go from 7th to the 5th place position. What happened? So quick. I don't quite get that. Maybe it's showing us that somebody else had a problem over here because, you know. Basil with a 3-second penalty. Basil, don't do it, bro. That's 3. Oh, that hurts, Basil. So Equazar is essentially now 5 seconds ahead of Basil with 1.5 laps left. So he's got that pretty much locked in. Can he get close enough to Coconut to get, he's what, 5 seconds away from Coconut, 3-second penalty. You'd have to make up 2 seconds. You'd have to make up at least 2 seconds on this lap to get Coconut. That's gonna be a wrap on that one. That's looking pretty satisfied too. Basil. So it's looking like 6 and 7 seem to be our best race yet. Nose and Cuckoo have been going at it the entire race. Then they're trying to get up on the back end of Alex. If he just look at the map and glance over his head, wow. He is literally all by himself. Cooper's trying to keep Knowingly honest. I don't think he will be able to catch him now. They got an equal amount of ERS. The same tires. They doesn't really have to. As I said before, Knowingly has a 3-second penalty. Good judgment. They just gotta hang close. Thus far, interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who was our driver today, considered. No, I didn't see you pass the lead. Oh, sorry, buddy. Shahid with the lead, with the win. Followed by Coconuts. Equator out going to cross the line in P3. Followed by Basil. Alex is crossing there. Alex and then Knowingly. Oh, Alex took Knowingly, huh? Ooh. Followed by Guitar Man. And Tintoretto is our final point getter. Wow. Yeah, that was a great podium. Troy A. driver today. I don't know. That's the, it was really close. Because Troy A, he absolutely did go from 13th, our final position, all the way up to, I want to say, 8th or something like that. Where he got in the points. But I would have to say either, I don't know, I got to go, either driver today is Equazar, who moved up 5 positions, all the way to get on the podium, or Coconut, who had to move up just 2 or 3 positions to get on the podium. So it's like, I mean, sometimes you may not move as many positions as people who had to move through many more positions to get higher up the grid when you start lower. But the thing is, when you're up higher, you don't pass as many drivers, but you pass in better, potentially faster, or faster, potentially better drivers, however you want to word that. So I think it's more difficult to pass the faster driver than it is to pass people in the back end, because anything can happen on the back end. You don't even necessarily have to pass them. They could have their own little mix-up and you pass them. So, but the fact that they're being passed under those circumstances, Yes, typically to the driver. So we got Shahed as our race winner here in Portugal, followed by Just Coconuts, and our final podium getter is Equazar. Then we got Basil in P4, followed by Coop, Troy A, moving from 13th to 6th, actually, not 8th. Great driving, Troy A. Followed by QC Alex, Nornsley, Tim Toretto, Batarman Khan, Thomas W., PeRL Natty, and Lucifer Shaheed. So this is going to conclude today's Tier 1 PlayStation, and Season 8 at Prospect E-Racing League. Tomorrow, at the same time, we will have Tier 2 PlayStation round 10 here in Portugal. So by now, people would have had a chance to see Tier 1 drive. They would have had a chance to say, oh man, I got a race this week. So they kind of get started prepping themselves up. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a much fuller grid. And we'll have a lot more competitive racing up and down the grid. Because this race was a runaway win for Shahed. It was total masterclass for him. But all throughout the grid, there was always a race to be found. Just as you can always find a race to be found here in Prospect E-Racing League. As I said, we're in PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Thursday, and Friday we have Gran Turismo 7. So I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time for Tier 2. And I believe tomorrow I'll be broadcasting. My name is Artistic Everyone. And I'll be broadcasting tomorrow with Fieldman 9000. Looking forward to you, and always enjoy you. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. Bye-bye.